Hi guys, Karis here, and I'm at the Essence of Tranquility Hot Springs in Safford, Arizona. And this is me standing up fully in the hot springs. They're deep. It's awesome. Okay, so this is about your full moon focus, which will be on March 16th. It's at 10:10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So check out wherever that is in your ecosystem. I'm sorry, your time zone. Kind of the same thing in some ways. So this is about merging shadow and light, and one of the great fears about doing this, and one of the fears that I've had in doing this work, although I'm an ambassador, so I can't then complain when I start talking to places that need an ambassador to come and hook them up, is that if you even talk to it, if you even allow it to be around you, then you'll get taken and you'll be one of them. And that's a big fear, and that's a big way that the integration has been kept from happening. And I will talk about why it's important to integrate in a second, because I know some of you are saying, I want to integrate shadow. And I felt that way too until I've gotten some of the other codes of why we're here. And what I found when doing this work is I have called in angels, and I have been like, am I okay doing this? Am I going to get lost? I don't want to get lost. I want to remain an ambassador. I don't want to go on to that team. And they've said, well, actually, we knew we would come to this. We knew that Earth would eventually have to integrate. Excuse my sweatiness, that's what hot springs do. And also, they said that you couldn't do it because you don't tell a 7-year-old to climb Mount Everest. You tell them not to climb Mount Everest, and then after enough training has been done, and the strength is there, and the knowledge is there, then they can go tackle the mountain. So, now that you're seeing this video, for instance, that is a sign to you that you have the strength it takes to tackle the mountain. And then why integrate light and dark? Why not say, oh no, heck with all the dark, literally, and we only want to be light? And it's because we're in a dual world. This dimension, this hologram, is made on light and darkness, good and evil, male and female, creation, destruction. So if the idea were to just have one and not the other, then we'd be done, and we wouldn't be here. And giving without receiving, which is the creation without destruction, when that happens in our bodies, we call it cancer, you guys. It's out of balance, too. So then the question is, how is the light out of balance? Because everyone knows how the dark is out of balance. It's scary. It's dangerous. You don't want to do it. It's painful. But the light, what are the characteristics of the light? They'll come and rescue you. They'll come and get you. If you're in a scary place, you can call on the light, and no matter what's going on, they'll come and bring you out of it. And they're also very clear about the rules. But if you send that too far out of balance, then what that ends up being is letting you remain a pansy and not learn your own strength. And also being too harsh, too judgmental. And something I found in the lightworker community, once you get out of balance, once you get on the fanaticism side, is that lightworkers can be extremely racist and prejudiced. I'm not talking human races. I'm talking multidimensional races. And also, they're very violent, go and wreck and shop without seeing if that's necessarily the best thing to do, because there's been this long belief over these millennia that you must destroy the dark. And they forget that in all of us there's dark. We're both. We couldn't be incarnate if we didn't have spaces for the matter to go. We have to have a space to hold it. So, what is wrong with the dark? Well, the dark doesn't care if you're nice. Right? It doesn't matter. And the nice thing about the dark is that the dark is strong and not apologetic for being strong. So the field kind of there is, well, we're all crazy and messed up, and we're all awesome, and that's just the way it is, and no judgment. However, on the other side of that, the dark does not have any patience for weakness. So they'll poke you and poke you and poke you and scare you and scare you and scare you until you come totally up in your power and say, what? No, these are my barriers. And then they'll say, so now we can talk. Okay? And from what I've understood, now when you get an angel and a demon in the same room, right, which is not very often done, I'm pretty proud of myself for having done it, and all of you guys I'm sure are working on this too, is that the demon side of it goes, they're not going to like me, they're jerks, right? And then the angel side of it goes, I'm not talking to you. We don't talk to them. Both of those are imbalanced, see? And so what the bright side of both of them are, the dark, the shadow, does not allow you to be weak. It makes you be strong. And for instance, I was integrating some shadow, and I had some shadow beings come and assist me in that, and it was scary, and they scared me, and they scared my cat. And I said, well, she was hiding, and I said, what are you afraid of? And I turned on my astral vision, and there were all these negative entities there. I was like, whoa. you guys, stop scaring me and stop scaring my cat. And they said something to me that I'm going to frame up and put on the wall because the wisdom there was so deep. And it was, we're not intending to frighten you. However, this is the part I'm going to say, we will not, capital N-O-T, not diminish our power for your comfort. And that's something that we struggle with a lot, we people who do the light and work the harmonics. I don't even like saying ascension anymore. I want to say harmonization now because we're expanding in all directions, in my opinion. So the dark will poke you, scare you, like I said, until you come into your power. And then they're like, finally, we can talk. And the light will protect you, save you, but they don't care if you ever become strong yourself. Now, this is out of balance light. A lot of light beings do want you to do this, right? So I'm talking about way off on the spectrum. And the dark beings will destroy you if you don't stay in your power. They'll eat you up, you know? So when you break it down, it's this. The light will always help you, and they will let you be a pansy as long as you're nice. They don't care if you're a pansy as long as you're nice. The dark don't care if you're nice as long as you embrace your power. So in order to bring them together, we have to do both. And in order to get out of this game, I'm ready to play a new game, you guys. We've been doing the light and dark thing for millennia. Let's make something new that is not bounded by those old, boring rules of let's all fight each other. Because as soon as you start realizing that, for instance, dark beings didn't necessarily choose to be dark. A lot of times they were turned that way without their knowledge. They're starving. They're hungry. They're a little crazy because often they now eat things they shouldn't be eating, which are highly addictive, that drive them mad. Let's just be honest. People say that the average American, for instance, right, and this is not something I believe, but I hear it a lot and I speak out against it a lot in private conversation. Sorry about that, camera went dead. So, the thing to figure out is, how do we stay in our power unapologetically and be nice? That's the best of both worlds. And want harmony, integration. We don't got to tear each other apart on either side. You know, I take it as a compliment that somebody in the astrals does not want me to post this. See, classification committee, you guys know it's time. Don't get mad. Okay, so how do we do it? By saying, all right, in this full moon, we're going to bring all of our own shadow aspects up, our power, our unapologetic nature, our sensuality, our lower chakras, and we're going to maintain the harmonics of the upper chakras, the healing, the embracing, the light, and the dark, right? Darkness in this case does not mean pain and suffering. It means intensity and strength. Okay? Now, if you go into pain and suffering, that's starting out of balance. Just as if you go into violence and judgment, that's light out of balance. So, full moon, say, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to accept everyone because I know that no one has power over me but me. Because when you're scared of stuff, guess what that's doing? There you go. Live on my life force. Just stop. Just don't do it anymore. And set the intention to do it this full moon. Get all your guides around you to help you, because I guarantee you have both dark and light guides. You might not pay attention to the dark ones, but they're in there, and you'll find them as soon as you start opening yourself and saying, okay, what can you guys